Hello everybody and welcome back to Memoriapolis, where last episode we managed to get our brickwork and our tilery online. We do have 37 available workers right now, so that is quite a lot of potential workers. I think rather than building new buildings at this moment, we should be looking to upgrade instead. So we need to upgrade the next level of some buildings, right? And I think we should probably... Which one of these do we have unlocked? So we have the small farm one unlocked right now. Is that true? Yes, that's unlocked. We're not worried about food production right now. Cutting camp, this is unlocked. Small quarry is unlocked. Architectural office is unlocked. Stonemason is not. Nor is carpentry or brickwork or tilery. Okay, so that's understood. We've also got these cultural buildings, right? And we could definitely work on some of these. So we don't have enough blueprints to get these going. I'm just looking at the number of workers these take. It's pretty significant, to be honest. And I believe we have one of these built, and this one hasn't been unlocked yet. So we need blueprints for all of that, right? That is absolutely understood. We can build more surveyors' cabins. For the moment, I don't think that's necessary. And we can see we've built one of each of these, but we've not built one of these. Okay, so I think that's what we need to work on building next. And that'll be fine. That is a commercial district, and I'd like to put that, or rather a commercial structure. And I'd like to put that, like, honestly over here. So there is that. I would like to get rid of this small farm. We are massively overproducing right now. There's no doubt about that. So in order to demolish this, we would need 320 gold. And that's a viable thing right now. So if we wanted to do this, we would sell, at a pretty decent rate, some cut stones. So, like, if we sold 100 of these, the city cannot buy this many resources. Okay, so how many can it build? Or how many can it buy? It can buy 50. It can buy 60, 75, 80. It can't buy 99. It can't buy 85. It can buy 84. Okay, so that sounds good. And can we also potentially export some other things? Well, for now, this is what we can do. This is going to be 665 gold. And so, there we go. That'll be fine. Now I want to demolish this small farm. That's going to take 70 cycles to do. Which is... Oh, okay, it's 70 cycles total, but these all happen simultaneously. Okay, that sounds good. So we're going to demolish this and get that out of there. That means that we're going to be able to build our cultural building much, much better located. So that's great. So that's not so bad once we get some form of production, right? And we can also start thinking about repairing some of these, but that's going to be a lot of blueprints. So we will get there. So that sounds good for now, and we're not going to have any production issues of food. 3 farms was wildly overbuilt. So let's get rid of this one, and that'll be wonderful. So at this point, what we need in order to construct this is we need some wood, which we'll have next cycle, and some stone, which we will have fairly soon as well. So yeah, on the very next cycle, we'll have enough. Okay, that just took a little bit. Sure. So we're going to be able to build this very, very shortly here. And we have 2 of these. Right. I forgot that we had 2 of them. I don't really want to, but I guess it's fine. Okay, so now we can get this thing building, right? And there are some districts just automatically going in out over here. So I guess for now, we can... I was thinking about putting this in, like, right up over here, although I didn't know how big it was going to be. Oh, right, that gets rid of it. Let's do this. There we go. I was thinking about putting this in right up over here, but districts immediately expanded out here. So that pretty much means, because of the districts, that we're going to have to place this out over here approximately. Or we could place it out this way, like this. And I think we'll do that. So this is right now not going to affect a lot of these districts, but it will eventually. So our current score on all of these is pretty okay. We can go for esteem or safety, and let's go for safety for now. Okay, so that seems good. We're at 51 workers at this moment and 819 blueprints. So I want to hop into our blueprints here, and I want to get some level 2 blueprints unlocked. Let's unlock the stonemason level 2 blueprint, since we're apparently exporting a lot of stonemason stuff. And what do we need to upgrade this? Oh, we can do that right now. Consider that done. And then this is a small quarry, level 2 right now. We can't upgrade that to a level 3, but we do have our quarries out over here that we can absolutely think about upgrading. We need wood for these. So this is our carpentry here. This is our cutting camp. So there's only 217 remaining resources here. We have another cutting camp out over here. I'd like to upgrade this, but we need stone for that one. So that's understood. Our small quarry up here is definitely working away. So we will get the stone eventually. And that seems fine. Creative Minds, the Emporium. Okay. So that is all things that we're going to need to unlock via blueprints. And that's understood. So we're interested in getting some more of these unlocked. That's for sure. But in the commercial areas, we're very interested in getting both of these unlocked. And that's going to be quite a lot of blueprints to get those done. So that is fine. At this point, we can see we've got the gold that we need to upgrade to an ancient capital. So that is all well and good. What we don't have at this point is basically everything else. Ah, the threat of Macedonia 2. Our defense was a success. Inspired by your example, other cities rallied to the cause of the oppressed. The Greek cities resisted valiantly, inflicting heavy losses on the king, who lost an eye in battle. In gratitude, the leaders of Amphipolis, Verona, and Methone sent you the plans for a building, a symbol of your commitment to justice and the well-being of your peoples. So this is going to give us the Ludus Magnus. Okay. We have to accept the gift. We have no way to not do that. Not that we would really want to. So that gave us the blueprints immediately, which means that we could just build this. Okay. So that's all well and good. This cutting camp is going to need to be essentially relocated. And what that ends up meaning is that we're going to want to put a new cutting camp up over here. So what I'm thinking right now is we put a surveyor's cabin somewhere up over this way, right? And that would go maybe about here. That would enable us to build a cutter's camp much deeper up in this forest. So that'll be fine for now. We've only got 142 remaining resources here, and we definitely want to work on that. This one's got a lot of resources remaining. So we need to get a bunch of stone here, and that's understood. I'm assuming that we are building this up now. Yes. So this is now minus 24. I'm assuming that's still every 5 cycles. Yes. Gotcha. So that seems relatively fine. Certainly fine-ish. Okay, so we have 528 at this point. And what is the new thing in the cultural? Is that just this that we have unlocked? Possibly. Okay. So we have expansion of territory down here, the Heliotes, and sure, we're just going to accept this for now. That's fine. We haven't run into any issues with accepting their expansion, although there likely will be some eventually. So that's absolutely understood. Okay, the Druids are offering the plan for a new building in its culture. That is fine for now. There's no cap to the number of blueprints that we can have, so that's absolutely understood. And we need 1.8k inhabitants. We're currently at about 1.12k. Yeah, so that's continuing to grow. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to expand our city out over this direction and up this way. We already have a district out over here. That's understood. And this cutting camp, it's going to be removed fairly soon. So we've got our surveyor's cabin up over here. So that means that we need to put a new cutting camp up over this direction. And can we get this up to 6k? Almost. Yeah, that's definitely in the cat. Ooh, hello. That's 6K. Done. So we'll get that going. This cutting camp over here, we're going to want to demolish. So this is only going to cost us 10 gold. For right now, that's not that big of a deal. Let's give it a moment here. We're going to have this exhaust its resources, and I want to see... surely the game notifies us, right? Yeah. So the carpentry over here, we can see there's nothing left here. So we're just going to demolish this. This is now 200 gold? Huh. That was just 10 gold. No, this is the carpentry. It's the cutting camp. There we go. This makes more sense. There we go. Almost demolished the wrong thing. That would have been bad. So we did receive a notification about that. That is absolutely fine. And we're at 902 blueprints at this point. So I definitely want to head down to commercial. And we can see about unlocking this guy. Actually, we need 1,000 for that. Upcoming visits. Okay, so we will deal with that in a bit here. Mostly what we need here is now wood and stone. So that is understood. I do want to get this guy upgraded to a level 2 as soon as possible. So we'll just let this finish up. That'll be fine. This is already a level 2 out here. It's still got a lot of remaining resources, so that looks good for now. Okay, so this is now built. I want to get this upgraded, but that's going to be 250 stone. So that is quite a lot of stone. This small quarry up here, we might actually need to put in another small quarry. What do we need to get upgraded? Is this a district? That's a district out over here. Okay, that's good to see. So that is absolutely fine, and now I want to grab this guy. There we go. And next we're maybe interested in the Emporium, but I want to see, do we need anything out over here? No, these are unlocked. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to get these level 3 upgrades going on. The first upgrade that we want is going to be the architectural office. That's the next thing that we should get here to increase our blueprints per cycle. So that'll be absolutely fine. We need more blueprints. That is absolutely huge. So at this juncture, we need quite a lot of stone. I'm thinking about potentially putting a second cutting camp up over this direction. Or not a cutting camp. Hang on. This was going to be a small quarry up over this way. We could also set it up somewhere up over here, potentially. So we could put a surveyor's cabin about... It'd be hilarious if we could build it here. About right here-ish. The main issue with that is I'd like to get up over here. We could do multiple surveyor cabins. That is a potential option. So we could do a surveyor cabin here and then another one up over this way. That's definitely an interesting choice. Alternatively, we could just come down here, potentially, and look at putting in a small quarry somewhere down over here. So that's about 2,000 there. Over here would be way, way, way more, but we can't actually build it there. We could put it down this direction, or we could put it up here. Okay. So if we were to angle it something like this, we could get to around 4,000 or so. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. So that'll be fine. We definitely need more stone. That's very clear. But the next upgrade that we want is absolutely going to be to the architectural office. So that'll be fine. This is a level 1 quarry right now, and we're currently working on sand here. That's understood. These two, they're going to be a little awkward. We're going to need to move them eventually, or, well, destroy them here and build them elsewhere. But that's fine for now. The visit is completed. Okay. So that looks fine for the moment. And how are we doing on our stone now? Okay, so we're gaining 12 per cycle now on that one. So that looks good. There's a little bit of stone available up here. We're going to run out of sand over this way pretty quick. So I'm guessing there's probably a lot of sand out over here. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of sand. So we could even build this out over this way without being too concerned about anything else. How far can we get that? Here. Done. So that'll be sand for the moment. Excellent. And that will eventually get used up, right? That's fine. So that's completely and totally okay for the moment. And at this point, we're at 259 stone. So we could start thinking about some upgrades to, like, this cutting camp, which would be a good thing to do. So we'll get that going. That's going to become a level 2 cutting camp. And these are both level 1. I don't think there's a good reason to upgrade these as of right now. This out over here, there is a good reason to upgrade. And this one, arguably, there's a... Well, hello there. Okay, so it looks like we are mostly slightly ahead of time. Maybe not on the population satisfied, but it looks like things are going pretty okay. Looks good. So what I wanted to see was this out over here. Ah, we can definitely get this up to a small quarry too. Do that right now, because we're a little bit gated on our stone amount at this moment. These guys want to expand down over here again, and we will accept that. For the time being, there's no reason not to. So that looks good. We're up to 582 blueprints at this juncture. And that's looking great for now. Okay, our food cap is down to 1,600, so presumably we can't store as much because of this farm. Yeah, stock of 500. So that makes sense. That's absolutely fine. We have no food problems right now. 2 farms is more than enough for this. In fact, we probably don't even need 2 farms. Actually, we do. We do actually need 2 farms. Okay, so that is fine for now. We will continue to grow our farms. Probably down here would be the next location I would look to put in a farm, but we don't need that anytime soon. So for now, that looks fine. Okay. I want to head over to the architectural office, and this is $12.50 for that. Okay, so we're going to have to continue to save up blueprints for now. That is understood. So, looking at our improved ancient city center here, what are we going to need? Well, 1,800 pops. We're at 1,200 right now, 1,248. And we're going to need 675 wood and 281 stone in total. I mean, that's not too bad. We can definitely get that done. So that seems wonderful. We could do an export of, like, cut stones or tiles if we wanted to. Ah, the followers of Isis. Okay, we will accept. I have no idea what they do. But things are looking pretty okay here with the possible exception of population satisfied. But yeah, we are definitely doing okay here. No doubt about that. So we'll continue to progress for now, and what we need more than anything is more blueprint production. That is our top priority at this moment. In the meantime, we could improve some other things, but we need more blueprints for all of that. Blueprints are the primary thing that is slowing us down at this moment. So that's not necessarily ideal. What is this? Ah! Another ancient ruin up over here. Okay. That is absolutely fine for right now. We'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. So we're at 1K blueprints right now. They're extremely important in the evolution of our civilization, indeed. This is absolutely, like, optimizing blueprint production, I think, is the most important thing at this point. So we absolutely need to work on that. So we need 1250, and we don't quite have enough there. We're absolutely going to want to bump up our architectural office next. And so we shall. Okay. What is all this down over here? All right, that's our satisfactions. Okay. That's absolutely fine. What is this? There's a thief. They stole 131 sand. Increase citizen satisfaction to prevent future incidents. So, who's unsatisfied? A few from health. Quite a lot from the aspect of safety, belonging, esteem, and creativity. So we need a lot more, I think, cultural buildings, is what that means. Well, we will be getting those going very soon. However, we could just build more. Indeed. So what is worst right now? Well, creativity is a big one. That's reducing our blueprint production. So what is it that gives creativity here? Okay, it is actually this one, the Ludus Magnus, which we don't have one of these yet. We should build this. This is something I should have done a bit ago, in fact. So let's put this in right over here. And this is currently creativity. And what else is lowest at this moment? Well, esteem. Esteem is definitely quite low. So let's do that. We'll get that going. Wonderful. So that will boost up our creativity somewhat. I didn't realize we were depressed in our blueprint production. We have a malus on that right now of 15%. So we definitely need to bring up our creativity. That's for sure. We can build more cultural buildings, and that's completely fine to do. But I also want to get this blueprint done here. So we need to get this architectural office going here. There we go. And I want to get this upgraded. So what do we need for that? 90 workers, and we need 500 wood, which we're very close to, and 500 stone, which we're not very close to. Understood. So that's going to be a little bit, no doubt about that. I'm thinking that maybe another quarry out this direction would be good. So that would mean that this would get built somewhere around... I mean, even this is not amazing. It's only around 3,000, but we can also harvest some clay and sand from it eventually. For now, I want it to be focused on stone, so let's get that going. We are capped on our wooden beams, so we should probably sell some wooden beams, although we cannot sell wooden beams here. So that's a concern. Okay. Well, we can sell about 50 cut stones, and then about... We know that this was, what, 84? Hmm. 29 is the most that we can do. Okay, so we'll do that. That's absolutely fine. And we've got a lot of money now, so that looks good. Now, we could have bought some stone there, but I want to produce the stone ourselves. So we're going to produce that out of this quarry. This is just finished up over here, so we no longer have a malus on our creativity. Cool. Satisfaction is looking pretty good right now. There we go. So the druids have reached a new level of power. Good for them. That reminds me, I wanted to hop in here because, yeah, we're taxing the followers of Isis. So let's get rid of those taxes. We just don't have taxes right now because we don't need them. So that is absolutely wonderful. And I'd like to immediately improve this small quarry. So let's do that. So in order to upgrade our improved ancient city center, of course, we've got a ways that we need to go. And the bigger thing, I think, is getting this architectural office upgraded. So that definitely needs to happen, and we're boosting up our wood income slowly. We do have a cutting camp 1. Oh, I didn't realize this was a cutting camp 1. We should bring that up to a cutting camp 2. Now, that did cost us a bunch of stone. But that's okay, because we have this quarry 2 coming online. So we should have, yeah, plus 21 every cycle now. So that should be quite a lot more stone coming in. Excellent. The big thing that we're going to need, of course, is that we need to acquire some stone. These guys don't have any, so we just have to get it ourselves. And that's absolutely understood. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to work on our satisfactions here. I think that we definitely want to work these up a little bit, but we really want to get this architectural office upgraded. That's, I think, our next big goal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.